There's a hidden cost in this pandemic. No, I am not talking about hospital expenses due to the virus. It's not just the taxes state leaders use or sometimes misuse. The hidden cost that I'm pertaining to is not something that can be accounted for. It's not the cost of unemployment, business closures, or the change of plans we've made before 2020. It's not the cost of debts or loans as high as billions of pesos. It's not the overpriced face shields or vaccines. It's like we're operating at a loss. Those are quite obvious. Government's dead giveaways. It's not the price of shipping fees for our never ending purchases. It's not the extra money we spend from online classes to online funeral services. Those are quite common, but they're not it. Hey, I don't suggest they mean any less, but depressing as it is, they're not the hidden cost of this health crisis. It's something you cannot see in plain sight, not tallied on paper on a list. You can calculate this for the numbers to be right, no printed receipts. And regardless of the social classes we are categorized in, this hidden cost is universalized everybody is experiencing. I took up economics in college and I managed to memorize some of its jargons. Don't worry, I won't bombard you with graphs or econometric equations, and perhaps you'd assume that my key takeaway from that course is the law of supply and demand. It's not. The most important lesson I got is the opportunities that are no longer at hand. Wait, what? Yes, what's unaccounted for in this pandemic is what's called the opportunity cost. By definition, it's the value or benefit that is permanently lost because once you chose option A over option B, you cannot enjoy the benefits of the two choices simultaneously. For example, buy an iPhone and the opportunity cost is not being able to order your favorite expensive foods for the next 3 months. Spend night YOLOing and clubbing instead of studying and it will definitely cost you failing marks for tomorrow's exams. Or pursue a career that brings money, let go of your art, choose STEM over hums, and hey, I'm not here to judge what's good or bad. This is value neutral, but opportunity costs, they will always come. That's economics 101. So think hard of what you had to let go because you are stuck at home. Trendy apparels, travels, and bottles of beer with friends. Parties and festivities, every big social event. Birthdays, weddings, baptisms underwent postponement. Those are the answers you'd easily come up with. But you need to think harder. Maybe we are losing something even more. Because if there's opportunity cost in both asset and time, then what if the asset is this aging body of mine? And time here is the irreversible blip in the timeline also known as the lockdown period of my life. There is fear of missing out not because I can no longer do them post-COVID-19, but there's no replicating these days in ways my pre-2020 self could have been doing. So imagine, first day of school, a mixture of anxiety and thrill, making friends with the kid you're sitting with, but it gets replaced with laptops, headphones, Zoom, and other online tools you need. Or your class is on the last school year making moments count for the big graduation event, but your last moments together is when you do Google Hangouts or host a movie night out but it's only streaming, or toast or raise a glass somehow but in front of your screen. We can't even do cheers, right? Now you see, there will be no other first day high or graduation hugs and goodbyes in your life. So visualize how the pandemic babies and toddlers familiarize themselves to the world, and their world is strictly defined by being confined in their household, and the only people in their world is mama and papa, or grandma or grandpa. And speaking of grandma, can you call the ambulance, or check social media, check the hospitals in the area, or check the ones in the entire Metro Manila? No, I know life does not mean any less if there's delay. We can always do and say these things the next day when the virus has already faded away. But if childhood already happened yesterday, or tomorrow's precious golden years and senior moments of our parents are not guaranteed, then you know the opportunity cost is high, living life quarantined. My youth is wasted stuck at home. Special first time moments with friends but no decent photos will ever show. I could have been enjoying my 20s, going out on dates but I have to hesitate. I could have started a project or a business, flying to different places, doing more in my prime years, one of life's crucial phases. But no, those are the scenarios I had to let go when I am forced to just watch Netflix, max out my privileges, check out these items because I want to feel good. That's how I overcompensate for this debilitating mood. This order of life has been rattled. Every month there's a plot twist. And hey, I have long accepted this. I'm not angry at the pandemic per se. That's not what I meant. But the hidden cost of this is made worse by the inefficient management of our COVID 19 predicament. The government is robbing us in so many ways of resources, not just taxes, but something we cannot replenish. Because if we're talking about time that is human life, you don't really get to do the exact same things twice. Your body has changed. Your every single cell has aged. And sure, stress, mental health crisis surely has contributed to our soul getting older, losing ourselves even more for every quarantine day added. I did not sign up for the longest lockdown on earth. I did not choose to be a witness of how clowns their work. Maybe things shouldn't be this worse in an alternate universe if a female leader or scientists or frontliners are making sure that the country is on course. The most expensive thing in this pandemic cannot be seen on tax records or banks or purse. It's the opportunity cost of not being able to freely use your time's worth.